Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie and we're moving along in the craft room reorganization series, and again today should not be too long of a video. Hopefully I don't go down too long of a track or too far of a track. What I want to tackle today are these last two shelves on this bookshelf, and then we're going to call this one done. So I have all my watercolor-ish supplies up to here, including my jar. I've got a hodgepodge of stuff in this basket, and I've got my distress pens and my Zig 2A brush pens here. Down here I have an empty bin, and I have my Tim Holtz books from the creative chemistry classes. And I have over here some 6x8 binders, 6x8 binders with page protectors in them. So what I would like to do, hopefully, today is take as much of this stuff as possible and add it to this bin and move this bin up there. I'm hoping that's what will happen. This little mini binder I'm going to put with the rest of my binders, little ones, and I think that will probably be it. Oh, I might get rid of this too. Not get rid of it, but like put it someplace else. So I need to think about that a little bit more. Okay, so that's what I'm going to tackle today. I'm going to bring you over to the desk and we'll deal with this mess. So what you see here is all my, what I'm calling watercolor. Technically not all of it is watercolor, but I think of it the same way. So I have things like my water soluble oil pastels, and I like to keep it vertical, so I just added an elastic around it. If I didn't do this, the box would open and you'd have stuff everywhere. These are my Peerless watercolors. I had this album, little cheap album, and what I did was I took some of the Peerless sheets and I trimmed them down to a specific size, and then I did a watercolor swatch on this side. And so these are all the Peerless watercolors that I have, and I kind of have them sorted by color, and there's a little bit of room if I get some extras, because I didn't get the full set. I only have like a partial set. So that's what that is. This is a cheapy watercolor palette from Michaels. I think it's is it the Loft brand or Artist brand? I can't remember. Artist Loft, that's what it's called. This is my cheapy set from Target. I have watercolor crayons from Stampin' Up. They no longer sell these, but I have them in this one tin, and again I just added a band so that it would not pop open. Then I have my Kuretake Gambi watercolors, and I found that as long as I sandwich this between something else, the box doesn't really pop open. So, and these all fit in this fridge bin. So I'm going to use this kind of as my corralling mechanism, I guess, for lack of a better term. And then I have a palette here. So we'll throw that in. This here is actually a tea caddy, and I used to have it in my kitchen. Unfortunately, the way my kitchen is, this didn't fit inside a cupboard. My cupboards are really shallow or not very tall. So I thought what I would do is use them for my watercolor tubes. I've got Daniel Smith, I've got some, student brand Reeves, I've got some shimmer stuff down here. And then on this side I have things like my masking fluid, cotton balls, a magic eraser, I don't know if you can see all of that, some clips, some salt, linseed oil, etc. And I really like this. I think this is quite handy and it fits very well on the shelf, so I'm not going to play around with that. This here was just a cheap tin from the Dollar Tree, and I have some more palettes in here, and so I have just a regular small palette. I think this one's empty. I don't think I filled it yet. I haven't filled it yet. This one here is from Hobby Lobby. Again, and not a terribly expensive palette, and rather on the chalky side. So that's that. This is from Dollar Tree. Literally $1, and I use that for my budget crafting series. These here are more of the watercolor crayons that didn't fit in the big tin. These are Fine Tech. They're beautiful. I have a couple of the Daniel Smith dot sheets. I have the Tropical from Prima. So just a little tin. I haven't even done the swatch on that one yet. These are Derwent water-soluble graphic pencils. So technically not really watercolor, you know, but I would use them with watercolor, which is why they're in here. And then I have some scraps of watercolor sheets. So I think I can fit all of that in this one bin, and we're gonna lose this one, maybe repurpose it for something else, and that should do it. So let me just play around with this and get it to looking nicer, I guess. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I think this will fit this way on the shelf. I'm hoping so, and then I can just quickly flip through what I've got. That's the plan anyways. So let me move this over, move this over. We'll see how it works, and if I need more space, I will have to reorient it. Okay, I'm super happy with how this turned out. So I have that tea caddy right here. I can easily just pull this out, bring it to my desk when I'm working on it. I've got all my palettes, etc. in here. So it is super easy to just flip through and find what I'm looking for. I moved my Tim Holtz Creative Chemistry binders up here. I don't access these all that often, so I'm okay with my water container being in front. I did not have to find a new home for this because it still fits. Here's my markers, and look at you guys. I found a home for that. I'm so happy. So that pretty much takes care of this shelf, this bookshelf. So I do have a couple pockets left on the bookshelf that I need to deal with, and one is down here in this corner. Excuse the tripod. I have some binders down here and some sticking out stuff that I need to deal with. I'll try to go not too fast. We'll fix the lighting. And I have these items here I need to go through. Most of these are coloring books. And then I just need to tweak my upper shelf a little bit. Not a ton. I did it not that long ago, but like I've got this funky bowl here that it's actually a punch bowl. I want to use it as a stand. So I just need to get up there and reconfigure things a little bit. You'll notice I have some empty picture frames. That's because those are, you know, projects to do at some point. Okay, so that is it for the big bookshelf just about. Like I said, just those 3 areas, which I might tackle next time. It feels good to be just about done with this. It's a big part of my craft room. So thank you so much for joining me today. Let me know in the comment below what you're going to tackle this week, or if you still aren't motivated, what's holding you up to tackle something in your craft room. And until next time, happy crafting.